Hey everybody, welcome back. You're watching The Sentinel. My name's Pep. Today's video, I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible. It is a follow-up. It's my favorite 10 fragrances from the Noughties, and from my definition, I'm including fragrances released from the year 2000 up until 2009. And when I was putting this list together, the interesting thing, as opposed to the last 2 decades that I've done, is that this 9 out of 10 of the fragrances on this list are what I would consider niche fragrances, and I am including Tom Ford Private Blend fragrances in that list. And a lot of these fragrances, quite a few of these fragrances, are some of my all-time favorite fragrances. So for me, this is a really great decade as far as classic fragrance releases are concerned. So I'll just get straight into it. I'm not going to go into too much detail about each fragrance because I have spoken about quite a number of them in detail, and I've got other videos about most of these fragrances. So I'll go through them very quickly. So this is my favorite 10 from the Noughties, and this will be in chronological order. Okay, so let's get started. All right, from the year 2000, right at the start of that decade, the first fragrance here on my list is from Histoire de Parfum. It is 1740 Marquis de Sade. For me, it's a beautiful blend of the Leather Accord, the Immortelle, which adds a bit of sweetness, and the patchouli, which gives it a little bit of not so clean earthiness, and all goes towards having a very sensual leather fragrance. It's completely unisex, and from that particular house, my favorite fragrance. Okay, from the same year, 2000, from Frederic Malle, probably one of his best known from that line, is Musc Ravageur. For me, this fragrance, a lot of people find particularly the opening challenging because there is clove in here, but for my nose and on my skin, this works beautifully, and really what it develops into is one of the most warming, comforting vanilla and probably some vanilla spicy fragrances that you can wear. It's beautiful on cold days. It is a lovely sensual fragrance, but there is musk there. I don't find it particularly skanky compared to other animalic type fragrances. This to me is really about the sweetness of the vanilla, the spice of the clove and cinnamon, and the musk is just a beautiful foundation for it. Okay, skipping ahead a couple of years, from 2003, I've spoken about this briefly. I am going to do a full review on this, but this is from Parfum d'Empire, and this is Ombre Rosé. It is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, amber fragrance. It's good. It's really nice and boozy, with an opening of vodka and then just that warm, silky amber that lasts a long time as well. It's a really refined, gorgeous fragrance, and it's Ombre Rosé. If you love ambers, if you love a bit of booze in your fragrance, this is definitely one to check out. Some people might find it a bit feminine. I find it completely unisex. I don't know why it would be more femme than just straight up unisex, but it's just beautiful amber and definitely worth checking out. Next one from 2004, I won't go into too much detail. It's Timbuktu from Noughties and Parfumé. You know the drill. Beautiful, juicy vetiver and incense, smoky green mango. Just takes you on a mystical journey and really is a type of fragrance that clears your head. From 2005, another classic, another favorite, from Andy Tower, L'Air du Desert Mannequin, beautiful, dry, spicy, again, mainly amber accord. It's like this almost doesn't live on your skin, it lives above your skin, like it creates its own micro atmosphere around wherever you spray it, and it's just always an experience to wear. From 2006, my only Le Labo on this list is Patchouli 24, probably one of the smokiest, tariest vanillas. Some people liken it to a barbecue, but I think I like to think of it more as like burning vanilla pods in a campfire, and that's exactly how it feels. Monster performance, but it's just beautifully unique. If you like smoky fragrances, Patchouli 24 is worth checking out. Okay, from 2007, and I'll run through these very quickly because they're all from Tom Ford's private blend line. This is the original releases, and they are oud wood, beautiful antique old wood, you know, classy, elegant, rosewood oud, and really it is my favorite private blend. Noir de Noir, gorgeous rose, patchouli, oud as well, and you know, this one reminds me of walking through a rose garden in bloom in the middle of the night, smelling damp earth, and it's just one of the most romantic scents you can wear. And thirdly, from the same line, the original release of Tuscan Leather, still for me the reference leather fragrance that I compare all other leather fragrances to. This just, to be vulgar, feels like, it smells like the most expensive leather furniture that you might find at a drug lord's house. And the final fragrance on my list, the only designer I have here, released in 2009. It's probably, you know, it's arguable, but it's probably one of the best flankers ever released. And that is none other than Thierry Mugler's Pure Malt. Just, for me, one of the most quintessential sweet, boozy fragrances ever released. It's just crowd pleasing. There's really nothing not to like about this fragrance, and it's again, even though it's marketed to men, it's gorgeous unisex fragrance, and for me still the best of that whole pure flanker line, and that is Amen Pure Malt. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that list. I want to know what your favourites from that time period were. There was some great releases in that decade, the explosion of niche fragrances from that decade, and my next video will be about the current decade that we're in, so from 2010 up until the current day. So we'll have some very new releases there, and you'll get to check out what my current favourites are. Alright, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.